So hello, today I am at a fantastic property called Oakley and we're on the edge of Pensford village. We are in this beautiful location on the edge of Bristol and Bath, and this property here, which you can just see a glimpse of behind me with all these gardens, is a 5-bedroom, really good size Edwardian villa that's been extended over the years, and this offers super potential for somebody now. So not only have you got what you can see behind me, the garden space here, we also have a further garden space further down just behind the gates and the fencing there. We've got outbuildings that you can't see in shot that could be converted into an annex or studios or workspace, or even potentially, small chance, the planning might allow you to put another property there. And then we've also got, as you can see in the distance here, an acre of paddock. So if you're into your equestrian, or you're kind of living the good life and would love some alpacas or some goats or some sheep even, then this property could absolutely be for you. It's in a really fantastic location for commutability to everything you would want, but also within easy walking distance of all the countryside walks in the area. So let's take you inside, let's give you a guided tour. So as you've walked in through the front door, you are greeted by this really lovely kind of lobby porchway area, great stained glass either side, nice little feature windows, but a really nice extra space which is then shut off from the hallway with an extra door. So you then have this really lovely large hallway. Now it has a really nice easy maintenance floor, which is low maintenance floor, all the way through. Follows on through round towards the dining room kitchen, but I'm going to come back that way in a moment. First thing we're going to do is take you off to the right and into this really lovely large living room space, a really generous sized room. It's very nice, open to little hatch at the end there, open through to the kitchen, and there's lots and lots of opportunities with this property as we've been discussing already, and there is really a lovely sense of space in this room, and you've got the double glazed windows to the front as well. You've also got the doors through into this really huge conservatory. Now you can see we've got this wonderful space in here, loads and loads of room for either sofa seating or for table and chairs. It's a really generous size. So absolutely fantastic conservatory out onto your more formal gardens, your more private gardens. But there's more than just the gardens in this house. So we're going to show you a lot more as we go along. So coming back through the living space and through into this really large hallway, you've got lots of light again from the double glazed windows at the front. And then as they come through, you can see we've got an enormous dining room. Just here again at the front, with a lovely big window to the front as well. Just going to give you a quick scan back that direction. We are clearing out, so there's still some bits and pieces to sort out, but a really huge dining room. And then as we come out, we've got an enormous understairs cupboard as well, which goes all the way back there, so really good for storage. Towards the back, a little step down, and we have this fabulous country style kitchen. So in really good condition, wasn't fitted that long ago, around about 15 years ago. So it's still nice and usable, really nice kind of style to it, very much in keeping with the equestrian feel of this property. There's that hatch through into the sitting room area, and you've even got the oven at the side there as well, which does provide some warmth and heat and can be used for cooking. But you have got all mod cons with a twin oven, and you've got space for a large American style freezer. You've got the dishwasher space. You don't need the washing machine because I'm going to show you the utility in a moment, and a really lovely view across your formal gardens at the back as well. Now, I'm not going to take you in, but this door straight ahead here takes you into a really packed, full, enormous larder, walk-in larder. It could be another room. It really is super generous and plenty of space in there for storage. Then as we come round to the right, we then go into the rear section where we have all the practical things you would want. And the first one of those being this really lovely large utility room. A fantastic space in here. It's almost like another kitchen in itself, but if you've got dogs, horses, you know, sort of small holding out the back, you're going to need space for storage, and this is absolutely perfect. So you have a washing machine, tumble dryer space in here, more room for freezers if you wanted to, another cupboard if you wanted one there as well. Lovely views across the back and on towards your paddock, and then we also have in the corner an oil boiler as well. So nicely fitted out. It is quite rustic and ready to go, but exactly what you need if you have lots of dogs and farm animals out the back, and muddy children come to that. Then last but not least, on the ground floor here, we do have a really fantastic large downstairs shower room. This is in a complement to what's upstairs as well, which we'll show you, but a really nice space, quite modern, clean and tidy, ready to move into. And then very last but not least, we go through the rear door here, out into a rear lobby area, onto your gardens. There's lots of opportunities to leave, different exit points to leave the property out onto the gardens, and a very, very large storage cupboard at the end there. And again, more room for coats, shoes, etc. So now we've shown you downstairs, I'm giving you a little sneaky peek of what's to come outside. Let's take you upstairs. Okay, so having come up to the first floor, we have this huge landing space, a really wonderful light area, lots of width to it, lots of different uses. You could even have a study area up here if you needed, but we do have 5 bedrooms up here, so you've got lots of choice, and this is a great space just to chill and relax and look at the view. As you can see, somebody's taking full advantage of that. So let's take you through to the bedrooms. We have 5 varying sizes, but they're all double bedrooms. So I'm going to take you along this landing, and the first one we're going to go to is the one at the front, where we have a really lovely sized room, a really good double bedroom, loads of light and loads of space for storage and cupboards, and you've got a lovely big window to the front as well. Then as we come back and around, again giving you a lovely view of the landing, to the right hand side we then tuck into another little hidden away bedroom at the back here. Again, a really nice size, a very comfortable double bedroom, lots of really wonderful views over the gardens on the right hand side and towards Pensford village on the other side there. So this is arguably one of the smaller rooms, but that's still a double, really good double. Now coming along and through, and we're going to take you, before we go into the main bedroom straight ahead there, I'm going to just take you along to this side and show you that we have a couple of steps down and we have another double bedroom on this side of the property. Again, really, really nice size, and it does open up to the right hand side where we do have wardrobes built in as well. So tons of space in there. Again, a very comfortable double. And as I come along and around to this side, we then have yet another double bedroom tucked along this end, and this is quite cute being up in the eaves, but you have got the full height all the way through the middle. I'm not even grazing the top, and I'm 5'9", 5'10", so nice size space, lots of room for a double bed in that side, and more storage and other items on this side. And then once again, and this is where I am going to tease you now, your views over your own gardens, but also over your paddock beyond. So we'll be taking you out there in a moment, but coming back through and round to the right hand side, kind of this section almost feels like its own private area, because you've got your own bathroom alongside, huge amount of storage on the right hand side here, toilets is just tucked around the corner, nice big views. And again, I'm going to tease you, it's not looking like an amazing garden, but wow, just look at the potential for this area out the side here. So we have a lot of space there as well that you could do something with. So really nice big roll top bath, sink is just tucked down the corner, huge height in this room as well. Really nice, because this is an Edwardian property. It's got some real nice size and space to it. Coming back onto the landing from that sort of rear section of bedrooms, I'm just going to pan back round to where the main bedroom is. And it opens up into a really lovely sized space, again with a big double wardrobe. In fact, some of the other rooms are just as big, if not bigger, but this one also has a really fantastic ensuite. Again, double glazed windows to the front there. And as we go through to the back, it opens up then into a really fantastic ensuite shower room. a really big size. You've got tons of units, all very much in keeping with the age of the property, all built down the side here with a sink into the vanity area, into this sort of like essentially a vanity dresser. A very, very large shower at the end. You've even got a bidet and loo in here. And then you've also got a nice big window going over the side of your garden again. So really nice and very surprising ensuite. So now we've shown you upstairs. Let's take you downstairs and take you outside to the gardens and the land as well. I'm going to take you around the outside from the front section first, and you can see that we've got a low stone wall to the frontage, and we have got a gate behind me here, double gates, which takes you into this drive. But I'm going to walk up and show you how this works, because in reality you probably wouldn't use that gate at the front, you would use the one at the back here. So this garden and the land with this property does hold lots of different opportunities for somebody, depending on what you want to do with it. And as we get to the top here, you'll see that directly ahead of me there is a really, really wide double gate, which goes out onto Parsonage Lane. So a really handy area to be able to come up here. Obviously very quiet up here usually as well, and you've got tons and tons of parking up here. You've also got all this section over to the left hand side, which has just been kind of cleared at the moment, left for somebody to do with it what they want. This would make a fantastic big vegetable plot. It could be extra parking if you needed it, not like you do, but a really nice opportunity here. And just looking back on the property, obviously an old Edwardian property there. But I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse at an opportunity that we have at this end. So we have two kind of stable areas, all kind of needing a little bit of love, but not much. And then we also have a very large garage. And then we also have the old brick, probably coal storage, or the old brick outhouse as such. So all this area here could be completely redeveloped. There's potential for an annex, there's potential subject to planning for even another property potentially. You've got the separate access here, you've got plenty of space for more parking if you wanted to. So the choices really are yours. But if you do like having a small holding and having animals and maybe a pony or two, then you have got those areas as well, which could be used immediately, but also could be zhuzhed up a little bit more and made into something a little bit more different and a little bit more usable for that side of things. So we're going to take you down. I'm going to sweep around the bottom section here, round to the left, and then we're coming to some more sections of garden. So we have the area at the back here tucked away nicely with the bins. This is the large window on the right hand side, is going into that big utility that we showed you, and this is the rear door out onto the garden. And then we have another little gate at the bottom there going through to more formal gardens. But then this area is perfect. You've got lovely big area here for drying clothes. You've got a really lovely large lawn going all the way up to the back here, really nice and sunny. And I'm just going to take you up a little way to show you that from here you have got that lovely view overlooking your own paddock. But you've also got, and the current owners put in this section, that you've got the gates opening from where the stable area is. You can then walk the horse or the livestock across the top section of the garden through a second gate, and you're straight into the paddock area. Got a beautiful tree just coming out into bloom here, and a really, really lovely setting, as you can see. So I'm going to take you across and give you a bit more of a view of the paddock, and then finish off with the more formal gardens. We've just stepped out through the gates on the side of the garden next to where the stables are, out onto the paddock area, just to give you a better view of the overall space. And it does drop away at the bottom a little bit. There's plenty of room up here for at least one horse, and possibly one and a companion, but you might want to have alpacas or goats or sheep or whatever you want really. There is a lot of opportunity here. Now the nice bonus with this is that we also have got a separate access in here from Parsonage Lane as well, and this is overall around about just under maybe a fraction an acre, so just around an acre for the paddock, and then the gardens themselves feature another just over a third of an acre for the formal garden areas as well. So let's take you back through those and finish off with those for you. Now we're down in the lower section, and this is what I would call the more formal garden area. It's the bit that comes off that lovely huge conservatory, and then we have this wonderful garden space which just very gently slopes all the way down to the bottom corner here and comes back round on itself. There's a little bit tucked behind the bushes there as well. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a glimpse, but this is just a really nice space here, again overlooking towards the paddock and then back towards the rear of the house, where you can go back through a gate into the section where the washing line was, the top garden, the additional space at the very top where the garage and the parking is, and the gate in. You have got so much here and so much opportunity. And what I would say is that for this property, you've got to see it as a potential for something much, much more. It's a nice house. It does need some love and TLC inside, but it is very, very rare for you to find a property in this area with this amount of land, a fabulous garden at the top as well, lots of extra parking at the top, and for those of you equestrian lovers or someone who just wants to escape the rat race a little bit, this absolutely fantastic paddock at the back. So we're close to Pensford village and all the amenities that come with that, easy access into Bath and Bristol, and really wonderful countryside walks right on your doorstep. This one is an absolute stunner. Do get in touch and we'll get you a viewing as soon as possible.